Okay, so I've just seen Uncharted. I've been wanting to see this for quite a while. I was recommended this by a close friend. And my thoughts on Uncharted, again, length of the movie was good. What I'm going to give this out of 10, I'm probably going to give this a solid 7 out of 10. Plenty of action, well, plenty, bit around the middle, it went a bit quiet to give you more of the story. It seems to be what movies do. Now, if you don't know about this movie, it's a Sony Pictures movie, which is based on a PlayStation game. Which is not always a bad thing. Again, with a lot of PlayStation games to the movies, expect plenty of action, a lot of action and adventure. I'm more likely to call this action and adventure movie more than just action. It was more of a cross between Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones, and probably something else when it comes to mind. I can't think. Bit Tomb Raider and Indiana Jones-ish. Again, it was alright. 7 out of 10. And I'm going to talk about the main points in this. Now, Tom Holland is in this. And the first time I was watching this at the beginning, I was just expecting him to burst out into some sense of humour and be more Spider-Man. For some reason, I just couldn't get my head out of that. And then throughout the movie, about halfway, I realised I'm not watching Spider-Man. I'm watching something else. I'm so used to, associating Spider-Man with Tom Holland. Also, when it was Antonio Banderas, which is nice to see him in something, but even his role was probably a little bit short-lived in this. I don't know why I expected it to be short-lived. Mark Wahlberg was also in this, and a lot of Mark Wahlberg stuff as of late is pretty good. Again, it's a little far-fetched, but that's not always a bad thing. That's sometimes a good thing. It's nice to see a decent movie that you enjoy and is all right. Length for the film, I can't remember if I've already mentioned that. It's all right. I think it's around about 2 hours, but it seemed to go pretty quick in this. Who else was in this? Now, there's an actress in it, which I didn't think was very good, and she usually plays something good. Tati Gabrielle. Now, her roles are normally a lot more defined and a lot better in this. I don't know if it's her acting or this character she was playing. I thought that was a bit disappointing as the bad lady, the villain. I don't know. Maybe not her for the role. Maybe a different character, or I don't know. Maybe they should have wrote something slightly different to the character in the role. That was a little bit disappointing for me. Again, it's if you like Indiana Jones and you like Tomb Raider type of cross, it's probably more your street. Yeah, it was good. It's what I expect from Sony nowadays, to bring pretty decent films out and movies with this. Again, I went Monday afternoon, so it wasn't very busy, this. And again, you always have to... It's quite predictable. This movie was very predictable for me, which isn't a bad thing, but, it was all right. I did enjoy this. And again, with modern movies nowadays, wait until after the credits. That seems to be like almost every movie, especially if it's a Marvel movie. But this one wasn't. But you have to wait after the credits. They love doing this to you. Again, you know where it's going to go, and you know they're going to bring several other versions out. Bad things about this. The middle bit could have put maybe another action scene into the middle bit. But then they use that for story. It's not too of a bad thing. I'd like to have seen Antonio Banderas' role a little bit more, last a bit longer in this, and be a bit more twisty and evil, instead of building the character up to be this character who's not this character and who's a total wuss. But then that's the idea of the movie. It's going to throw you on some of the characters because there's going to be twists. I'd like to have seen Tati Gabrielle's bad character as a bad villain to be more extreme, but it was like it's very Indiana Jonesy. It was like, I got there too late. I'm gonna be after you. You want what I've got. Anyone can do that, really. As a character, you need to make the character more defined in that role. So that's a negative. Again, Uncharted the game is pretty good, so it relates pretty much to the movie. Let's go and find some gold and treasure hunting sort of thing. That's the other movie I want to say it's a cross between. So you've got like Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones. I also got a feeling with the ships in it. I also got a feel of the Goonies kind of like style with it. So with this person that wrote this game and this movie, and brought it all together. Thought we want a bit of all these in it. This is what we want, a bit to cater for quite a wide range of audiences. But I felt this movie is aimed more at the teenage sort of like young adult movie style. It's more suited to them. But it's not a bad thing. Like I said, there's some interesting segments in it that made me laugh. But it was an alright movie. Yeah, go and watch it. If you're into them sort of things, definitely go and watch it. If you've got anything to comment below, what you thought was a good and bad thing, and what you thought in general of this, in terms of the roles of the characters and other things, then drop me a note below. It'd be nice we could talk about that. So like I say, thanks for watching again, and until next time, thank you.